Sojourner Truth, one of her most famous speeches, was given on May 29th, 1851 in Akron, Ohio. There were two different versions of this speech that were transcribed, one by Marius Robinson and one by Francis Gage. The difference is accuracy and time. Francis Gage's, which is one of the most popular transcriptions of the speech, was written 12 years after Sojourner Truth gave her speech in 1851. Less known version by Marius Robinson was transcribed in June 21st of 1851. Francis Gage's inaccurate version, which was published on the 23rd of April in 1863 in the New York Independent. Well, chillin'. Well, there's so much racket, there must be something out of kilter. I think that twixt the niggas of the South and the woman out of this North, all are talking about rights. The white man will be in a fix pretty soon. But what's all this here talking about? That man over there say that women need to be helped into carriages and lifted over ditches and to have the best place everywhere. Nobody ever helped me into carriages or over mud puddles or give me any best place. And aren't I a woman? Look at me. Look at my arm. I've plowed and planted and gathered in barns, and no man could hear me. And aren't I a woman? I could work as much, eat as much as a man, and bear the lashes as well. And aren't I a woman? I have borne 13 children and seen and most all sold off into slavery. And when I cried out with a mother's grief, none but Jesus heard. And aren't I a woman? Then they talk about this thing in the head. What this they call it, that's it, honey. What that got to do with women's rights or niggas' rights? If my cup won't hold but a pint and you don't hold a quart, wouldn't ye be mean not to let me have a little half measure full? Then that little man in black there, he say woman can't have as much rights as man because Christ wasn't a woman. What did your Christ come from? Where did your Christ come from? From God and a woman. Man had nothing to do with him. If the first woman God ever made was strong enough to turn the world upside down, all her one long, all this together ought to be able to turn it back and get it right side up again. And nowadays asking to the men better let them. Blessing to you for hearing on me. And now old Sojourner hadn't got nothing more to say. This speech was transcribed by Marius Robinson on June 21st, 1851 in the Anti-Slavery Bugle. May I say a few words? I want to say a few words about this matter. I am a woman's rights. I have as much muscle as any man and can do as much work as any man. I have plowed and reaped and husked and chopped and mowed. And can any man do more than that? I've heard much about the sexes being equal, and I can carry as much as any man. Can eat as much too, if I can get it. I am as strong as any man that is now. As for intellect, all I can say is, if women have a pint and a man have a quarter, why can't she have her little pint full? You need not be afraid to give us our rights for fear we will take too much, for we can't take more than our pint will hold. The poor men seem to be all in confusion and don't know what to do. Why, children, if you have women's rights, give it to her and you'll feel better. You will have your own rights and they won't be so much trouble. I can't read, but I can hear. I've heard the Bible and have learned that Eve caused man to sin. Well, if women upset the world, do give her a chance to set it right side up. The lady has spoken about Jesus, how he never spurned women from him, and she was right. When Lazarus died, Mary and Martha came to him with faith and love and besought him to raise their brother. And Jesus wept, and Lazarus came forth. And how came Jesus into the world? Through God who created him and woman who bore him. Man, where is your part? But the women are coming up, blessed be God. A few of the men are coming up with them. But man is in a tight place. The poor slave is on him. Woman is coming on him. And he is surely between a hawk and a buzzard. Thank you. Thank you to the Sojourner Truth Project for making this version available for us to read. Any questions, any inquiries? If you want to go back and read these yourself, please feel free to go to sojournertruthproject.com.